The latest update in my life today is November 25th, 2013, 2:14 a.m. It's the latest update in my life. On the on the 11th on the 11th of November, my girlfriend, who I haven't spoken of before, came back from a business trip. Not a business really, but work related trip. She's a doctor. Every now and then she travels to learn, to update her knowledge on various aspects of her field, of her profession. So she flew across country, and it was a 2 day thing. She she left on a Wednesday, the 6th, I think, and so she was the seminar was only for a couple of days or so. So for the rest of the time, she was actually visiting some friends who were in the area as well. She went to BC, Vancouver, BC. From there, she flew to Seattle just for like a day or two, and then she came back on the 11th, Monday the 11th, and I didn't speak to her. I thought she would say hello, I'm back into the country and whatnot. But on 11, 12, 13, she didn't say anything. And I think on the 13th, she texted saying something like, hello, sorry I've been out of touch or something. But it was a very soft message that if you're reading it, read into, you don't have to read deeply into it to know that there was something lacking there. So on the 14th, the day after, I went to a salsa club, a place that we actually met, and I went there just because I haven't been there in a while, and it's a place that I tend to go often. I like to salsa dance; it's one of my hobbies, and I saw her, and she seemed a bit distant, and right away I knew that there was some sparkle that was dying from a relationship, and so I didn't push it. She came, she hugged me, this and that, and we tried to talk about it, but she said we'll talk about it later. And of course, I know what that means. I said okay, no problem. So I went out, danced with some other girls. Then at the end of the night, and we came back to my place, uh, and then we talked and whatnot. And so the she spent the night, but before we went to bed, we had the conversation, and it was the case of she couldn't be with me anymore. She said she likes me. However, we had a discussion a week before, just before she left actually, about my plans for the future. My plan is to get a university education. I did 2 years of engineering. I didn't finish. And for whatever reason I want to finish it, not because of the engineering part per se, not because of getting the degree, but I want to finish it because I started something. I want to finish it to say I finished it. Would I be an engineer? Would I practice an engineer in engineering field? I don't know, maybe, possibly not, because I want to be a businessman. I want to work on my business. I don't want to be working in the business. Engineers oftentimes work in the business. I want to work on my business. So I want to get it just to say that I finished it. However, that means more debt. So the conversation went as so. She says she liked me. She really liked me. However, we are at different stages of our life, and I wasn't surprised when she said that. I figured one point or another it would come up. I figured. I don't know if it's her speaking or possibly some other voice, some other influence that's speaking through her. However, she said it, and I said, okay, not a problem. I tried to talk to her, kind of explain to her the situation. I said, hey, there are a bunch of people, multiple people, who one person in a relationship is a profession and the other one is going back to school to study, and the relationship works just as well. I said, I'll be independent during this time. 2 3 years I'll be in school, I'll be independent, I'll be going to school and working. And she was concerned about the time we'll be able to see each other, and she just felt that it'd be a big gap between our interests. Whatever that, I said, okay, no problem. And so the following day she left just like she would any other time. However, it was at the same time, it wasn't the same considering this conversation we had the night before. So this is the latest development in my life. I am still working at Holy Chuck. I started on the 4th of November. This is 25th of November. I'm still there, still going strong. I I am enjoying aspects of it, not because of the paycheck. That is good, of course, it pays my rent. However, I'm trying to take more value from there than just a paycheck. I'm trying to take more value from there than just a paycheck. How great of an idea is that, to take more than just a paycheck, take more value from what you're doing than just a basic. What are some of the values that I'm taking from there, you ask? Activity. Activity. Do it the best that I can, not simply for the paycheck, but for what it makes of me to do it the best that I can. That is the value, quality, doing it your best, giving my best for what it would make of me to do it is the value that I'll be getting from it. What I would become by doing my best. That is the value. So I'm there, I'm doing it. I still have rent. 11.50 per month plus hydro, about $80 every other month. So they say. I don't know yet. I guess I will find out toward the end of this month when I get my first hydro bill. What else? I am enjoying my apartment, although I'm not here that often, considering I work about 50